this is the roof right here, and the first step is the layout. So we've got to figure out where is this sunroof gonna sit. So all we're gonna do is just set it up here. And now this is not the correct order that it's gonna sit in, but this gives us a general shape. Or do we want it forward towards the front? Do we want it towards the back? And the way that I feel about it, I want it just about towards the middle. And some guys like it farther towards the back. Now if we look under, we have a huge area of where we can install it. So we can pick, you can pick. So now we're gonna get our tape measure out, and we're just gonna shoot some numbers and get some numbers and see what we like and where we'd like to put it. The two things you're gonna need is a tape measure and a Sharpie. Now, how we're gonna measure it is we're gonna take it from this edge right here, and we're gonna run it all the way across and see how many inches it is. Once we figure that out, then we're gonna go from this area to here to the front lip right there, and we're gonna find the middle. Once we locate the middle, we can carry and divide it in half. Here we go. We have, from the edge of the rubber, we have exactly 36. Okay, so from here to here is 36 inches. So 36 divided by 2. That gives us, what does that give us? Guys, I'm not a carpenter. I don't know how to do this. Can somebody help me out? 36 divided by 2. Anybody? So I hollered at my neighbor, and my neighbor said it was 18. So we're gonna measure from our lip now. If you guys can see, this right here is our center line. To here, to here. Okay, now we're looking for our center line this way and that way. Let's do that. 6, 1, 8, and 18 inches. All right, so this is what we got. This is our center point right here. So our center point would be right about right there. That's our center. All right, now that we have our center point, we are gonna measure the sunroof. Now to measure the sunroof, it's pretty simple. We just take a simple measurement. We're gonna go this way and this way. So we have 20.5 by 32. So we're gonna write that down. 20.5 by 32 wide. Okay. 32, then we're running excuse me, 20.5. So that's 10 1/4 this way. Okay, so I think now that we have our square here, I think I do want to move the sunroof. Now that we're gonna use this as our baseline and we have our width is right here, this is gonna be our width. We gotta navigate a square. So I think the way that we're gonna do this, the most easiest way would be is to take our sunroof and let's just set it down and see what it's gonna look like. Now a man has to take many measurements, okay guys? This is serious. This isn't just do whatever you want, okay? So we have to measure again and again and again. So now that we know our baseline is right here, okay, we need to, that's 10 1/4. This is 10 1/2. So now we know that it's gotta come this way some. 3/8, 10 3/8. 10 3/8. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. So the next step is we want to measure it from the front of the windshield. We have 10 7/8 by, guys, 10 7/8. That's pretty good. All right, so what I'm gonna do right here is I'm just gonna trace this sunroof with this Sharpie. Now we know that when I trace it with the Sharpie, that's not a perfect trace, so but it gives us an idea. That all right guys, now we kind of got our sunroof lined out here. We're gonna be using this to make a pilot hole, and then we're gonna bore it out to be bigger. Here we go. Now that we got our hole done, we can proceed to using a tool like this. Now I was gonna use, this is just shear metal cutter. I was gonna use a grinder, but I didn't really want to teach you guys how to start a fire in your own truck. So here we are. couple of things that I already don't like about this. Do you see how the metal is flexing? Hey, guys, that's no good. You know, the back here, it's a kind of all right. It's kind of really close to the edge. But look how flexible that is. You know, that's moving like an inch. So that's another thing to really watch out for. So we're gonna trim around here. We're gonna trim a little bit here. I might do a little bit right there as well. Everything else looks pretty good. Now, guys, I don't know anything about sunroofs. I don't know anything about trucks. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just trying it. So you can try it too, but know that you will mess up and it will cost you a lot of money. So are you sure you want to try it or not? Now that we have our hole almost trimmed out, I still have to cut this section out and then we should be ready to see if it fits. All right, guys. Like, this is gonna work, but there's multiple things I don't like about it. Like, look how much the roof moves. Everything moves a lot. We're gonna tighten it down, put some sealant in it, straighten out the edges, because the edges are making it stick up some. Right there is about an eighth of an inch. And some right here as well.